Thank you everyone for waiting. I haven't streamed on YouTube in quite a while, so this is it's a new experience for me. Not really new, but it's not it's not something I'm familiar with. So, there is that. Okay, hold on. All right, I think we're good to go. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. Oh no. Okay. The stream quality seems to be better now. I don't know what happened. It was like dying before, but now it's like perfectly fine. How is everyone doing? How is the YouTube base on this fine day? How is the based YouTube? Based YouTube, that sounds kind of off, but you know, we kind of just chill and say whatever here. Hope all of you are having a wonderful day. No, this is one of my first time streaming to YouTube Live in a very long time, so you know, do cut me some slack if it's a little jank. This stream has the possibility, believe it or not, of being scuffed. There are streamers that have scuffed streams, or so I have heard. And, I've heard of the possibility of this. However, I think it to be just a myth, as every stream is perfect, flawless, and, infallible. So, you know. Hello, Bad! Welcome, welcome! I should probably tell the people on the Discord that I'm streaming now, so that way they know. Or my Discord might be screaming it. Anyway. Dun, 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 dun. Scuff Xeno stream hype. Indeed! It's been a while since I've streamed on here. Today we're gonna be doing our classic little tier list. I don't know if you've ever seen anyone do a tier list before. Definitely has never been done before, ever. Literally the first time ever anyone has ever done a tier list before. Oh, excuse me. Just hop on someone else's stream for a second. No one's ever done a tier list before. So you know. Whoops, I probably should put that in the now live section. Oh, well. Hello, Uprising. Welcome, welcome. I stumped into you via Fire Emblem playthroughs of Awakening. Oh my gosh, so many people. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Hold on, let me see if I can make the chat just a little bit bigger. If not, it's fine. But it'd be really nice if I could. Hi, first stream of yours. I can't. Been a while since I've seen your videos, but I can guess because I watch VTubers and playing video games, YouTube decided to give me your notifications again. Nice. You watch VTubers. Actually, I'm so sorry for your ailment. I'm so sorry you got dragged into this. I hope you can recover soon. I love how you add lines in the games for making them more humorous. Something I decided to do a little. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's something I've been doing for a while. Kind of developed into like a sort of voice acting skill a little bit and just like a public speaking skill. I didn't realize my, sorry if there's an echo. My speakers are still on, I didn't notice. Yeah, honestly, it kind of developed into a public speaking skill. Also, if you're new here, my hair gets stuck a lot. It's the Hat Man. It is me, the Hat Man. I'm not wearing a hat right now though, because my model's very broken, and the person who works on my model isn't here to fix them. How dare you? How dare you prioritize other people over me? No, I'm just kidding. They're really nice. Oh hey, glad to see you streaming here on YouTube. Twitch won't let me sign in. The AI and Danganronpa V3 vids are what got me to find you. Really fun stuff. Well, it's interesting that everyone's joining the stream and immediately talking about how they found me, because we're going to be talking about all of the things we've done ever. That's right. From step 1 to step 52. Literally every single series I've done. And by every single, I mean like a substantial series. And this is specifically for YouTube. I know we've done a lot of series on Twitch since I started playing Twitch, you know? Between Cult of the Lamb, which was a lot of fun, you all got to be cult members. Between crazy games like all of Final Fantasy VII Remake. We had a lot of fun adventures there, and I'm hoping to continue those into the future. However, I've noticed there's actually 2 reasons I'm doing this. More than 1. 2. I can count, I swear to God. Okay. The first reason is, I've actually had this idea in my head for a long time where we just go through all the series that we've done in the past. This chat's going to be real fun for some of these. Looks at Channels of Valentia and Golden Sun. Oh, so some of you already know. Some of you long-time cadets out here already know. Oh, you know what? I saw it. Actually, I was thinking of a name for you guys, and I think I've come up with something ingenious. We'll announce it later in the stream. We'll announce it far later in the stream. But, it's nice. This has been a few years since I first found your channel. FE4 was the first thing I watched yours. Yeah, FE4 was a very interesting series. As I said, we're gonna get to talk a lot about all these. Saying YouTube doesn't like recommending channels I subbed to ages ago, and yeah, I joined your channel. Yeah, that's something I've actually been worried about when I stream on YouTube sometimes, is I mainly stream on Twitch, because guess what? Despite how little Twitch notifies people, it notifies them better than YouTube does. I have streamed, and I think it goes to show that I'm streaming right now, and I have 12,000 subscribers, and there's 10 of you here. Like, I think it's only because 10 of you happen to pop on at this time. Either way, thank you so much for showing up, everyone. I hope we're gonna have a fun day today on stream. You know, just vibing, hanging out, having a good time. So, yeah, today we're gonna be talking about all different series I've done. Now, I want to make it clear that these are not ratings purely on the games themselves. I could make a wow. Okay, hold on. Let me change the music a bit. I want something that I can just like vibe and talk over, but like straight up keyboard solo going. Actually, you know what? Let me put on the hold on. I have music for this. I have music for this so I can actually think. I'm gonna go with the sessions one. There we go. I love this. I love this track. I use it on Twitch all the time. Riot, as in like the game company, Riot Games, actually has a bunch of copyright-free playlists called Riot Sessions. And they are fantastic. They are like community put together playlists based around what they think like a certain character would listen to. They're really good. I use them on stream all the time, and they're just so useful for like creators. It's been 5 years since I made the mistake of delving into Fire Emblem. It happens. It happens to all of us. Hello, it's Lieutenant Swerve. Hurry up and get to Nirvana Initiative already. I do want to. I really want to. But at the same time right now, I'm kind of like focused on also like growing a channel. So, you know, I really want to, and I'm experimenting a lot and figuring things out right now. So that's why I haven't really done like a full series in a little bit. Kind of experimenting with my channel, seeing what works, what doesn't, and moving on from there. Because if I have to say, as someone who's coming back to this channel, one of the mistakes I actually made on this channel was like being so hard on myself for not like finishing things. Some of the series I didn't finish, I think only one of them I really truly regret. I was really hard on myself and like forced myself to absolutely hammer down and finish absolutely everything, even made me miserable. And Twitch has gotten me out of that mindset. Because, you know, who cares if I'm not having fun? I don't care. But yeah. I was curious of Gravity Rush's rating. Yep. By the way, did you play SMT5 all on your own? No, I didn't. I actually stopped after we stopped streaming it on Twitch. Yeah. Oh, yeah, forcing yourself to play something is a miserable thing, yeah. Not that I would have to force myself to play Nirvana Initiative, trust me. I have it literally sitting right there. I have the Somnium Files Nirvana Initiative sitting right there with the collector's edition Aiba figure right next to it, and I haven't taken it out. I really want to dig into it, but right now I'm just kind of figuring out what works for me and what doesn't. There's so many of you today. Welcome, welcome. Join, come on in, say hello. And for those of you who haven't been watching the well, a lot of you have been watching the Twitch stuff. I've actually been streaming Minecraft recently because we had a channel goal. So on Twitch we have these things called pancake points. There are free points people rack up for like watching streams and just being there. And I had this humongous goal where if the community managed to donate 150,000 of them, which is a lot. It is literally triple the last goal. I would play Minecraft. They completely crushed the goal with like a whole week to spare. So I actually played Minecraft on Tuesday and Thursday, despite how much I'm not a fan of Minecraft, but it's actually been a lot of fun. You want to play Shovel Forge, you mean? Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean Shovel Forge, obviously. Get over to Twitch, you noobs. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. You see the new Fire Emblem development? I'm personally not a fan of the new male/female protagonist hair. So I actually do really like their designs, but it's because I think I have a bias. I love color. If you add color to any game's designs ever, just add a ton of color. It's sick. I love it. Add more color to things. We don't need to have like blue-haired protagonists every single game. But actually, more importantly, is the artists behind who created those characters. The artist who created those characters actually has created some of the most just sick-looking character designs. And once you see the rest of their art style, you'll understand why. For example, there is I can't remember her name actually, but I think there's a character from Fate Grand Order. This is not Paul Bunyan, Google. It is not Paul Bunyan. That's not who I'm looking for. Oh, here it is. It's for Sei Shonagun, and they look like a Switch controller with like bright, vibrant red and blue hair. So, yeah. Hello, Mango Bubble Tea. Hello, Games Gone. Hello, everyone. I feel lukewarm about FE Engage so far, but I need more footage. Nice VTuber model. Also, what did I miss? Nothing. I've just been chatting to you all. It's been a wonderful conversation with all of you. Oh, I also forgot. We actually confirmed it. It's now confirmed. We have our first collab soon. I'm not gonna give too much details on it, but I will be having my first collab soon. It seems that we finalized it just earlier, so very cool. I've never actually been able to collab with anyone before. It'll definitely be over on Twitch because that's their platform, but you know, that's gonna be a ton of fun. So honestly, I've never done anything with another creator before. However, the thing we will be doing is we'll be playing Apex, and they do live literally on the other side of the planet. So, you know, I've offered to sacrifice myself. We're gonna be 200 ping warriors. We're gonna be 200 ping warriors playing on the other side of the planet. We're nomads, we're monks over here. But honestly, I'm kind of used to it as I do play with Europeans a lot. So I'm surprising seeing as you're a good creator. Yeah. Back when I was like heavily in the FE group of things, I've told the story before, but without getting too much into it, the Fire Emblem community was definitely like this very impenetrable circle for me, in which I tried to get to know other creators as much as possible, and I felt like there's like this wall, and like there's like a group of people in that community, and I couldn't get to know them. However, ever since I've joined like VTubing, everyone's been so nice to me. Everyone's been so open. Everyone's wanted to talk to me. Like, the numbers don't matter. How much other people know me doesn't matter. It's been really nice. Made a lot of friends. The game I'm most hyped for, now there's much other to know, is Dragon's Dogma 2. Dragon's Dogma is sick. I hope Dragon's Dogma 2 is good. Okay. Let's get to this tier list, shall we? I don't want to be talking here forever. Okay. Note, if you do end up like, I just want to make this clear. It's not like you have to do this, obviously, but if you do end up doing things like sending super chats or you know, becoming a member, things like that, it'll show up in the chat box, but it won't show up on screen because I don't stream on YouTube and I don't have like I don't have like a setup. So I'm just telling you, if you're doing it purely for that reason, because I know some people might, it won't show up there, but I will definitely see it. Hello, Code. Welcome. Brad, indeed. All right, so we need to get on to this. It's time to duel. No, not quite. Actually, it's time that I quickly remember that I didn't actually set up my my proper thing for this. Like a experienced, good content creator I am. Because I'm good at this. I am so good. I'm so amazing. Also, I have noticed that the my connection's kind of dipping on YouTube a little bit. So if I do like stutter a little bit, I do apologize. I think it's because there's a ton of creators suddenly coming to YouTube and streaming, and their servers aren't used to this amount of stream load. Okay. Boop, got it. Okay, we're getting in there. We're getting there. So I'm going to be doing these games in order. The order that we played them, which I'm going to try to remember the best of my ability. I have a vague idea of like, you know, what order we played them in, but I don't know at all for sure. So here we go. Here we are. So all people in chat are contractually obligated to donate money. Oh no, no one's obligated. My streams are free. Okay. So here we are. We have all our different tiers right now. Starting from bottom to top, we have good but bad interaction. This is specifically series that have done that were good games, but I had a bad interaction community-wise, whether that game's community or my own. Because that has happened. Most of the time, like 99.9% of the time, you guys have been like rad. Like I don't have problems with you guys. However, yeah. However, sometimes, every once in a blue moon, it doesn't go so well. So, that's a thing that just happens. Above that, we have Felt Like a Waste of Time, which is just a generally bad game I felt, and a generally bad experience. A Bit Meh is like, it was fine, I guess. Pretty Pog is like, alright, I'm feeling it. Certified Classic means that I feel like it's like, you know, it's something that you can always depend on watching on the channel. God Tier Epic is like channel defining, you know? It's something that you can talk about to anyone who's watched this channel and be like, oh, I remember that thing. So yeah. So here we go. Ready? Look, I got all of them. So also, there are games I've technically played that are not on this list. I just want to make that clear. There's a couple games on here that I have played that aren't on this list, but that's usually, it's because I didn't play them for long enough for them to matter. There are games on here that I haven't finished, but I still really enjoyed, so I wanted to put them on here. So, here we go. I just don't finish watching LPs very rarely. I watch full LP nowadays. Yeah. Sometimes you just want the highlights. That's why I've been posting a lot more highlights and like YouTube shorts and things as well. I do have a new YouTube short, I think coming out this afternoon actually, so. It's actually from yesterday's Minecraft stream. Anyways. We need to talk about all this. So, first game I ever played on the channel. First game ever, and this is bad. I must have been like 15 or something, probably younger. That game goes to... Where is it? It's actually so hard to see with everything so tiny. I know it's here. I just gotta figure out where. Or is it not here? Did it not get put in? Okay, hold on. We're gonna ignore that. It would have been Strider. That's weird that it didn't make it in. Okay, I'm hoping that's not like a recurring theme with some of these. But yeah, it was Strider. Okay. Hold on. I'm actually gonna pull open my my own channel so I can see the order of things that I played. Because as I said, I've played so many things. I've created over 1,000 videos. It's crazy. I don't remember anymore. All right. There we go. There we go. Perfect. All right. Okay. So in order of what I actually played was I actually played XCOM and Strider first. Strider is a good game. I'll just tell you that. I don't have it to put it on this list for some reason, even though I saved it. Like I clearly remember doing so. Whatever. I also don't have XCOM 1 here, because I don't really count that either. However, the first game we will be counting, however, is... Okay, I'm actually noticing a lot of missing games here now. I'm noticing a lot of missing games that I purposefully put in here. 1 second. Let me just check something really quickly. Yeah, some of them just didn't get saved. Maybe it has a limit or something. Hold on 1 second. Let me just see if I can fix this. I don't know if I can edit my pre-existing tier lists. Oh yeah, I can. Cool. Cool. Edit. There you go. Professional streamer right here. I never make mistakes, I swear. I literally don't even know what a mistake is. That's right, I know what it is. It's me. It's my presence on this planet. So, here's the thing I don't know. I don't know if it's just gonna duplicate every image or not. I'm kind of scared it's just gonna duplicate them. If it does, that's a problem. Oh, no, I don't think it will. Okay, cool. Now I just submit it and I have to wait like a second, then we'll be good. I don't know why all of them didn't save. Because I have them all here, so whatever. A mistake is when I look at myself in the mirror? Oh no, don't tell yourself that. You're all beautiful. It's a certified fact, actually. If you watch Xenoflux Raiden on YouTube or twitch.tv, you are a beautiful person. It has been known to help the skin and complexion by watching my videos. This has been tested by multiple dermatologists. Oh my god. Yep. Okay. That is... I think it's fixed now. It's fixed. Is everything here now? I think everything's here. It's true, skin has never felt more smooth. Sounds like a scam unsubscribed. Hey Xeno, hello! Sorry, I was just fixing the tier list because oh, there we go. That's better. Take a look at this. Look at all that. And it's because it duplicated itself just like I thought. That's okay though. We don't have to put everything in. I just have to remember. Ignore the fact that the tier list is like double the games I played and that it copies everything twice. Okay. So here we go. All right. All right, first off, Silent... Oh, actually, no, since I have everything. Strider. Strider was actually the first series I ever did. And I have to be honest, I don't want to call it a waste of time. Because if I put it in a waste of time, that feels like I'm calling, like, the steps I took to get here, like, pointless. And that's not true at all. To get to where we are now, it took a lot of like hard work and practice. In fact, I'm super glad I actually did switch to Twitch when I did. Because if there's anything Twitch has taught me, it's that I'm not nearly as good as I thought I was. And I don't mean that in like a self-depreciating way. I mean, I can be better than what I am, still as a content creator and as the type of person I am. So, Strider as a game, it's really good. It's actually like a good, it's a good modernization of what Strider is. I can actually highly recommend it if you've never played Strider before. It's actually a perfect first game. However, I'm gonna put it in a bit meh because it's super old. No one ever saw it. And my commentary, oh my god, I was like 15. It's so funny when people go and look at my old videos and look at me now. Like, I had someone go back and they looked at my, I think it was just Path of Radiance, and they went to my stream nowadays and like, what happened to your voice? I'm like, I'm literally like 5 years older. What do you mean what happened? It's normal. This is what happens to humans. I don't know what you're talking about. So yeah, there is that. That's Strider. Strider's belongs there. Next up would be Silent Hill 3, actually. Silent Hill 3 came next. Silent Hill 3 is another one of those series that I actually did with a friend. I'm gonna put it in a bit meh as... actually, I'm gonna put it, it feels like a waste of time. I know I shouldn't say that about some of my earlier LPs. I love Silent Hill, it's one of my favorite series ever. However, this LP was super old. I did it with a friend, and it was just like, oh my god. I look back on it, I cringe so hard. I cringed so hard at this. The jokes that I thought was super funny when I was like 16. Oh my goodness. Anyways, though, yeah. Good game. I wouldn't recommend the series. Audio quality is awful. Just all around, you know. Embrace the cringe? I am embracing the cringe. I'm a VTuber. Did you know that VTubers get cringe passes? We are just built to be cringe. You're all expense cringe pass. Hello, Budhood. Welcome, welcome. All right. So, next up we have The Witcher, the original Witcher. Which, where the hell is that? Oh, here it is. I couldn't see it before. Right here. So this was my first full solo LP that I finished. Was The Witcher. Once again, bad audio quality, nothing new. However, I will say, it did lead to one of the funniest circumstances in the history of this channel. So back during The Witcher 1, I think I had a 1080. No, I had a 1070. I had an NVIDIA 1070 graphics card. It wasn't an RTX. It was the other one at the time. And I was playing The Witcher 1. And if you don't know anything about The Witcher 1, The Witcher 1 is an ancient game. It does not take a good PC to run. It's not intensive at all. You shouldn't lag. And then my PC caught on fire. I was literally recording an episode of The Witcher 1. I think I was on like episode 40, and then my PC shuts off, and I'm like, what's happening? You know, so I go around the case, and I look inside the glass, and there's a flame on top of the graphics card. There is a visible flame on top of it, and then it just suddenly gets really small and disappears. The Witcher 1 literally killed my computer. Caught it on fire. If there's anything I've learned, I'm very good at making things that shouldn't catch on fire suddenly catch on fire without interacting with them in any way. So that was a funny circumstance. Still under a bit meh. I love the Witcher series, but the game's jank and old. The story is meh. Has some very awkward moments for a 15-year-old to go through, you know. Now I see like the big seg scene, you know, the big sex scenes and anything, and I'm just like, oh yeah, whatever, because I'm an adult and I'm mature now. But back then, that was awkward as a 16-year-old being like, oh god, boobies. Okay. Will you play FE Engage? Yeah, I'll probably play it over on Twitch, actually. If my Switch isn't dying, by the way, speaking of things that are on fire, my Switch is in such bad shape. I'm not even kidding, my Switch is in like a state of disarray. I might be able to revive it next year or something from the dead. Okay, next game. If I don't hurry through these, we're gonna be here forever. Next game would be, what actually is it? Oh, I forgot I even played this. Where is it? No, that's right, I didn't count that one because I didn't finish it. Never mind, we're gonna skip that. It was Devil May Cry though. I did play Devil May Cry 4. LP was very meh, looking back on it. I did not know how to commentate over that. Cooking eggs on the Switch, I could do it. All right, next one. Oh, this is my first divisive one. This is my first really it's not divisive, but this is a game, I think it's the first game I've ever played where I finished it and I just stared at the screen. I'm like, this game is boring as hell. And that is Child of Light. Child of Light, straight up, is probably the most boring game I've ever played on my channel. It has a really pretty art style, has a neat soundtrack. However, it has one of the most simplistic stories I've ever seen in anything, like boringly simplistic, not like Mario RPG or something like that. Like it just bored, and the combat system was nothing. It was like baby's first JRPG. It was so nothing. So that's how I feel about that one. Not much to say on it. I did play Mass Effect, but I don't believe I counted that because I didn't play it for very long. After that would actually be The Witcher 2. Witcher 2? I'm gonna put this one, it's gonna be our first Pretty Pog. Pretty Pog. The reason I put it under Pretty Pog is although it does have bad audio quality and I don't know how to commentate things, and it's like the quality of the LP is bad, it genuinely, I think, is one of the first LPs I ever did where it felt like I was starting to get a hang of YouTubing and like commentary and stuff. As well as the fact that The Witcher 2 is just such a really good game. It's jank, but it's really good. And it really does treat you like an adult. The atmosphere as well is so amazing. I remember being like smaller and just wanting a PC that could run The Witcher. That's all I wanted, was a PC that could run The Witcher 2, because I was just so obsessed with everything to do in this universe. And I'm like, if I get a PC that can run this game, it'll be everything. Everyone will flock to watch my video. Everyone will be so excited. That did not happen. That did not happen at all. These series go completely unwatched. But you know, I was super happy to play it, which is what matters. Witcher 1 is non-console. Witcher 2 made my Xbox hot after an hour, so I just watched videos covering it. Damn, Sniff. But you know, that was that. That happens. Witcher 2 is a very good series, though. I did enjoy playing them. Oh, this one! Did I manage to get one for this? I remember I was looking for something. Oh, here it is, yeah. So many of you don't remember this, and it wasn't a very long series either. This was before a lot of you even joined. I played the first Ace Attorney. And it was the first time I ever tried to voice act characters. Ever. This series is bad. Don't watch this. This series is really bad. Oh, see you later, game's gone. Have a good day. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope I see you again. The original Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney LP I did. Oh my god. I had like this narrow viewpoint because I didn't know how to make an overlay for it. My voice acting idea was terrible. I didn't know what I was doing. It was my first foray into doing any voice stuff at all, though. Like, it was the very first time I even tried. And I was, you know, I don't remember anything about it. But yeah, there's that. Okay, I did have like a mini LP of XCOM 2 right here, but I'm not going to count it because I did like a real one later. So I'm going to ignore it for now. Next up, this is actually the first, the last two LPs. Yeah, these are the last two LPs before my channel finally started to get traction. I did... Wait, are you serious? I did 27 episodes of Dark Souls 2? I don't even remember that. I recorded 20-something episodes of Dark Souls? What? I made it all the way to Anor Londo. I see it right here. I made it to Anor Londo. What? I don't remember this at all. Or no, sorry, Dark Souls 3, not Dark Souls 2. I was playing Dark Souls 3. Yeah, it was when Dark Souls 3 launched. Honestly, Dark Souls 3 LP, I'm gonna put it in pretty pog. As in just like, it's fun to watch someone play Dark Souls for the first time. And I had played Dark Souls 1 and 2 before this, obviously. But, it was just so neat to go into a Dark Souls game raw and experience that world. Now, I will say I wasn't paying attention to the story as much as I probably should have been, because I just assumed Dark Souls didn't have a story. Don't ask me why I assume that. It's just how cryptic all the NPCs are. I'm actually going to put it down in a bit meh for that, because I feel like I kind of missed some of the important stuff in the game. That would have made it like a really good series. All right, next up, The Witcher 3. Witcher 3 didn't finish it, got really close to the end. However, I'm gonna put it up in pretty pog. Right next to Witcher 2. Same reasons. I don't really have much to say about it. I did finish Dark Souls 3 later on, though, I will say. Like, I finished every Souls game at this point. However, before was a bit of a problem. It's a bit of a problem. I left them unfinished. My bad. Okay. But yeah, Witcher 3, pretty cool. I don't have much to say about it. You've probably heard people speak ad infinitum about The Witcher 3's best game ever, and you probably hate it just because of that, not because it's actually like any real reason. But anyways, yeah, Witcher 3 is good. All right, now we get to the turning point in the channel. The point in which some of you showed up. Actually, I don't think anyone's been here for that long. Maybe some of you have been here for that long. Maybe some of you haven't. If you have, like, actually kudos. But this is when the... Oh, actually, no, hold on. There's one more before that. I played Fury. Fury is a pretty pog game. I will say Fury is a pretty pog game. Gameplay in Fury is like... Mwah. I heard The Witcher 3's combat sucks, but everything else is great. Really? I actually had the opposite opinion. Or not the opposite opinion. I liked the combat a lot, but I also played on Death Wish. Death Wish changed the game a lot for me. I really enjoyed the different builds, the style of gameplay. I had a lot of fun with it. But hey. I will say, though, that Fury as a game is amazing. Like, thematically, if you like small indie games with... I wouldn't say small indie games, but like indie games with an amazing soundtrack and amazing art style and great character action, it's not afraid to be innovative and creative, play Fury. Fury's sick. And the LP itself, I don't really remember much about it, but I do remember it being like the first action game I ever played and being like very frustrated, being like, oh, this boss is getting me again and again and again and again. Potion build is my favorite. Spectre actually gets it. Potion build is so much fun in Witcher 3. Okay. Now, hold your applause as we enter the first game that I think really started getting this community to be a community. All right. We have Da 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 da! The where'd you go, you bitch? We have Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. That's right. The Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. I just realized I could have reorganized these to be in order. Oh well. We're doing it my jank way. Good to see you as well, Master Minos. Fire Emblem Path of Radiance was the first time. So leading up to this, I had done a couple like Fire Emblem class guide videos. And after creating 3 of them, I quickly realized something. I hate writing scripts for videos. I hate it. So then I was like, I just want to do LPs. I just want to do LPs. They're fun. Hey, the first LP that I watched, I think I watched about half a PR and then I played the rest myself. Yeah, I guess this is where a lot of people started actually. Huh, didn't think that many people were around. Still happy you're all around, honestly. But yeah, Path of Radiance was the first time I felt like I really had an active community behind what I was doing. And because of that, that series came out like excellently. It came out so good. I just like, oh my god. You know, between the fact that it was the first game that I started really trying to like do voice acting for the characters, which at the time was still really rough. Path of Radiance was like the start of me figuring out how to use my voice a lot better. It was also the first time I started really getting into Fire Emblem because I started understanding how the Fire Emblem games worked, which was the big thing. Before that, I didn't really know how to play strategy games. It's weird to think about, but before I played Path of Radiance, I didn't understand how to play strategy games almost at all. Like, I was so lost when there were a billion units on board, and I'm just like, what am I supposed to do? There's so many things I can move. There's so many people. What do I do? So it was actually a fun learning experience. Just all the memes that came from it as well. Between, like, Penguin Nephany, racist Soren, Ike being the freaking himbo he is. Oh, hello, Akanari? Welcome. It was, yeah, we had the Mooner Penguin! We had Nephany! Everything was good back then! Oh man, just thinking about it, so much nostalgia. But yeah. Excellent. It's gonna be our very first certified classic. Very first certified classic, because I just can't deny it. Got me into Fire Emblem, got tons of people into this channel, and started creating the community we have today. So, after that, what came after that actually? I think I started playing Apollo Justice right after that, didn't I? Apollo Justice, yeah. Apollo Justice is actually also, I'm gonna say, another certified classic. It was the game I was playing alongside Path of Radiance, and I was so scared. I was like, oh, people aren't gonna watch Apollo Justice, they're just here for Fire Emblem, no one's gonna give a shit about this. Lo and behold, people love that series. Like, it is one of my most popular like visual novel series I've ever done, and people just loved every second of it, and it made me so happy, as well as the fact that this was the first Ace Attorney game I had played in years, because you know, as far as I knew, the series had stopped, and I looked, I'm like, wait, there's another one. And so I went to play Apollo Justice, and it felt like, oh man, just learning all these characters, falling completely in love with all of them, you know, thinking of some of the stupid things that happen, like the Trucy underwear memes, and also making Trucy like a freaking gremlin. The Clavier, oh my god, the Clavier simp. We were simping for Clavier a little bit. But just the memes around those the two brothers. And just Apollo in general. I fell in love with Apollo. At first, I didn't really like Apollo. I was like, yeah, he's just Phoenix again, who cares? But then Apollo Justice became really cool. So, yeah. Very cool stuff. Very, very cool stuff. Okay. So after... This is where it gets hazy for me. This is where I start forgetting where we were. It's a series I can't get into. I can watch an LP but not play the games myself. That's exactly actually how I feel about it, except like being the LPer. I don't think I could play Ace Attorney games without LPing them. It's so weird to think, but like I've been conditioned so that visual novels are so hard for me to play if I'm not playing them for you guys. Actually, it's super weird. Okay, what's the next game? The next game is actually... Oh, here's a big one. Gravity Rush. The original Gravity Rush. Where is it? Did I accidentally save over with Gravity Rush 2? I think I did. Whoops. Well, imagine this. Imagine this is Gravity Rush. Gravity Rush is yet another certified classic. Imagine this is Gravity Rush 1. I can't change it though, sadly. Unless Gravity Rush is here, I'm just losing it. I think I saved it, but the second one saved over. So just pretend that's 1. Gravity Rush 1 was an amazing experience. I expected nothing from that game. I expected that game to be abysmal and filled with nothing. However, I wound up completely falling in love with the world and the characters. Like, I wound up falling completely in love with Kat and Raven and Sid and whatever they were doing. I cared so much about it. I cared how these characters were doing. And that is like... It's honestly, I'd say like the first time in an LP, I got like so emotionally invested into characters before. Was these two, because they're just... They don't even speak the same language we do, and they have subtitles, of course. But everything Kat does, she's so expressive, and she's ready to like scream her emotions out to the world. As well as the amazing soundtrack, the art style. Oh god, I can't recommend Gravity Rush enough. And the LP was great. And people just really enjoyed it, and I didn't expect that. So it was another really cool, I can't believe this is happening moment. You know, stars are aligning. And then next, after all that, came, I think, what I'm gonna call our first God tier, okay? I just want opinions here from the chat. The whole time I thought they were speaking French. I remember I thought they were speaking French for such a long time, and then someone in the chat got really angry and they're like, that's not French. I speak French, it's not French, it's not a real language. And they got so mad at me because I kept calling it French and it wasn't. They were so upset. Okay. But this one, next up we have Radiant Dawn. So I want to chat. I want to chat here. Do you think Radiant Dawn deserves to be a certified classic or is it God tier? What do you think? I'll leave this one up to you two. To all of you. Because I don't know, because I feel like putting it here puts it like above Path of Radiance, which it is in a lot of ways. It's like a culmination of everything that happened in Path of Radiance, but at the same time it's like, was it better? I don't know. You'd all say God tier? God tier, seen a lot of that? Okay, yeah, we're gonna put it in God tier epic. And honestly, I agree. Radiant Dawn is probably, I would say, the staple, one of the staple series that we've done together. Because not only, it was a culmination of everything that happened in this game, and at the time, no one was talking about Tellius at all. Everyone was busy talking about Fates and Awakening and what the next Fire Emblem game was gonna be. You know, talking about Shadows of Valentia soon after that, and no one was talking about these games. Everyone skipped this and went straight to the GBA games because people like idolize those ones. And I was like, I want to see what's here though. And lo and behold, I'd say in my opinion, I hate saying this because I don't like tooting my own horn like this. In my opinion, I think this is one of the most popular Tellius series on all of YouTube. I think this is one of the most prominent ones ever. Like, people have played Tellius before, but I don't think anyone's is like ours at all. You know, most of the Tellius playthroughs are people who know how the game works, going through it again on some hard difficulty, or they're doing some like self-imposed challenge run. We didn't do that. We just played the game and it wound up being awesome. Ashfawn Fab plays. Hey Xeno, remember for 26 months? I still have members on YouTube? What? You're still supporting me on here? That's crazy. Thank you so much. I didn't know anyone was still a member on here. That's crazy. I hardly post on here. Thank you so much. Like, actually. Hot damn, I'm sorry I don't make any content on here hardly anymore. But thank you. I really, like, I mean it. Hi Xeno, what did I miss? We just talked about some, you know, I'm just gushing about how much I love our Radiant Dawn Let's Play. I forgot I have some emotes on here. They're so cute. I love our Radiant Dawn Let's Play a lot. I just have nothing but good memories from it all the way through, from beginning to end. All the characters. This game has a massive amount of characters, and the thing that's crazy about Radiant Dawn is I feel like I know all of them. Even some of the new ones, even some of the ones that are hardly explored upon, I feel like I know every single one. Like, I know enough about them to care. There's probably a couple here and there that just came out of nowhere, but even so, the world is one of the most real feeling worlds I've ever seen in a JRPG. Is Eye of the Somnium Files on this list? I can't see on mobile. Yes, it is, but we're gonna get to it. We're doing it in the order that I played them in. Every character had their little moment. Yeah. I can't gush enough about Radiant Dawn. I put like my heart and soul into that series, making it like as entertaining as possible. I still had so much to learn though. Still had so much to learn. Okay, so enough gushing about that. Let's talk about what comes after that. I will never forget what you did to Oliver. Oh my god. I remember Oliver in that game. I was telling everyone I was gonna spare him, and everyone's like, okay, Xeno, make sure you spare him. And then I spared him, and it felt like it took me 3 seconds. I'm like, no, I hate this. I reloaded the save, and I just aethered him and ended him. And I was like, good. Good, this is the ending I want. Oh my god. Anyways. Next up, we actually have Edgeworth Investigations. Edgeworth Investigations 1, I'ma say, is... I don't know, I'm debating between Pretty Pog and Certified Classic. Because here's the thing. If it's Pretty Pog, it's up at like the top of Pretty Pog. If it's at Certified Classic, it's like at the bottom. Because Edgeworth Investigations is such a good game. And I really love Kay and Edgeworth so much in this game. As well as the fact that I don't know. I feel like a lot of people enjoyed it. And we just had like a genuinely good time. I'm sort of leaning more towards putting it in Certified Classic just because it's so easily watchable. I'd slip in a Pog Classic tier. I can't just, if I start creating new tiers, I'm gonna put it at the end of Certified Classic. Because here's the thing. I think Edgeworth Investigations is perfectly watchable. The only thing that drags it down a little bit is the very last case. I'm sure you all remember the nightmare that was Tree Man in the very, very last case. I'm not going to spoil it because I want to get through this thing without spoilers. But there is a character in Edgeworth Investigations in the last case that drags the case out for like another 6 hours. I kid you not. Like the case could have been over hours ago. But there's a character who's just intent on using it, like everything he has, to just get away with it and get away with it and get away with it. And that's kind of the point. It's kind of the point is that this character has like immunity because of his position and he's trying to get away with things. But man, was that like a soul crushing last couple hours. Other than that though, game is fantastic. Had a wonderful time. Probably my favorite soundtrack in all of Ace Attorney. I'm gonna say that. I think this is my favorite soundtrack in all of Ace Attorney. Yeah, don't have much else to say about it. Let's move on. What came after this? I'm genuinely having a lapse of memory. Oh, hey, hey, Gray, it's been a long time. I do remember you. You actually, like, showed up to all my Ace Attorney LPs. You're very helpful, too. You have, like, heavy knowledge. So bad he even had a parody song about him. Based on the Airman one. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Diplomatic immunity is meme level. Diplomatic immunity is what I have. And thou shalt not touch me. I am protected by God and the President of the United States. Oh, here's one. I almost forgot we played this, and I don't know how I could have. I'm gonna just say it. It's another one. It's another one. I either want to say Tales of Berseria is like... I'm putting Tales of Berseria in God tier. Oh man, I remember playing Tales of Berseria and just going into that being like, yeah, it's another Tales game, whatever. I played like nearly all of them, who cares? I left that game emotionally damaged and wanting to see the characters more. Like every single... It's so rare that Tales actually creates a game that actually makes me like every single party member. And I did. I liked every single party member in Tales of Berseria. That's so rare to ever happen in a JRPG. The Reaper. Especially Aizen. Aizen was my favorite. And the best part of it is I was playing the series backwards too. So there's all this stuff that was referencing Berseria, or Berseria. Is it Berseria or Berseria? I don't remember. I have it on this list. And I just didn't know what was going on. Like, there's a part where Aizen sees his sister for a split second. He sees Edna and Zestria. There you go. Tales of Zestria, that's what it's called. Like, he sees his sister for a split second. I'm like, what is that? Who was that? What's going on there? And the worst part is that if you played it in the opposite order, you had an idea what was going to happen to all these characters. You knew some of the fate of some of these characters, but I had no idea, so I just became attached to them. The soundtrack was great. I loved the gameplay. I loved just watching these characters interact, no matter how much they hated each other at first. Oh my god. Yeah, Berseria was the sequel made after... Or was the prequel made after Zestria. Yep, indeed. So when I went to go play Zestria later, which we'll get to, this is just one of my favorite LPs ever. I love the combat. I love the characters. I love the soundtrack. I love everything. I love everything about this. It's just so good. It's such a good Tales game. Next up we do have... Okay, so I know I have Gravity Rush 2 on here, but we're pretending this is Gravity Rush 1. And here's my first one. Gravity Rush 2... I'm gonna be entirely honest. I'm going to be 100% honest. Goes at the top of a bit meh. And you may think that to be like an absurd thing. Like, how could you put Gravity Rush 2 in meh? But the thing about Gravity Rush 2, I almost cried at the end of Gravity Rush 2. It almost got me. Because I was just so happy for all the characters. I without spoiling anything, I was just so emotionally just ripped apart by some of the things that happened in that game's ending. And it was so cool seeing all the characters all over again. However, there is a mechanic in that game that single-handedly knocks it down like 2 tiers. And that's the stealth mechanics in Gravity Rush 2. Who on earth looked at a game about being able to fly, being able to walk on walls, and have freedom of movement, and decided, let's add stealth sections all over the game? Whoever you are, why do you hate fun? I kid you not, like, that is one of the 2 only reasons this is all the way down here. Those stealth sections permeated the entire game, and they are so badly designed. Because you're flying, and sometimes it goes, whoa, you got too far, and sometimes you go down way too low. It's like, whoa, you got too far in the other direction. The other thing was that some of the side quests, there were like a bajillion side quests, and it was one of those cases of quantity and not quality. Gravity Rush 2 has a great main story. However, the side quests are thrown out in a complete haphazard high amount of quantity. And most of them I don't even care about remotely. They're all like fetch quests and not fun. Hello, Ismail? Like your name is? Welcome. But yes, everything outside of those two problems though is amazing. Art's still great, story's still great. Music, oh my god, the music in 2 is so good. It's so good. And the characters, I could just be with them all day long. I love Gravity Rush. However, who's the developer for Gravity Rush? Gravity Rush was developed by Blue Point Games. They're actually the people that made the Demon Souls remake. So, yeah. I still haven't played the Demon Souls remake. I really want to. I really do want to. Okay, so next thing. We're going to be in the next thing. What came after this? I honestly don't remember. I have a video thumbnail that just shows Aizen like thinking, and it's like, why no videos? Oh god, my PC is not having fun right now. Oh, next series. Okay. Here's the first one. I am non-negotiably sticking somewhere. The next one is it not on here? I could have sworn I grabbed it. How could I forget about it? I guess I forgot. Really? I can't believe I did. Oh no, it's right there. It's right there. Next is Danganronpa V3. And it's the first one to go in the good but bad interaction column. And Danganronpa V3, I loved. That game was a ton of fun. It was a ride from beginning to end. Oh my god, I love voicing. I also feel like I liked characters that no one else liked, really. I loved Korekio and I loved Angie so much. I was attached to the characters. I really was. A lot of them. I love just all the interactions. Soundtrack, oh my god, probably my favorite Danganronpa soundtrack. Art's same as always, you know. However, I know some people that couldn't play the game because it was like a little, yeah. Danganronpa was amazing, but a little too dark for my taste in the game. Yeah, I did get a couple comments like that, people going like, hey, I would love to watch this LP, but Danganronpa is like a bit too much for me in the darks department. I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. But we mentioned the Tellius games yet? Yeah, they're already on the list. Radiant Dawn's in God tier, and Fire Emblem Path of Radiance is a certified classic. Oh, watching is amazing. Oh, okay, I'm glad you liked it. Probably my favorite LP. Or are you talking about Danganronpa? It made me play the rest of the series. I'm glad I could get you into Danganronpa because it's a damn good series. Like, it's really fun. And the thing is that I actually plan on playing their next game. Their next game's about like this kid detective with his little ghost friend. I'm so excited to stream that one when it comes out. It looks like so much fun. But anyways, Danganronpa V3 is a game I actually loved, and if I did not have the interaction, Danganronpa V3 would be up here in Certified Classic, I guarantee you. However, by the way, good but bad interaction isn't below this. I want to say it's its own separate category. I did have a bad interaction with this one. I think this is the first time I've ever like butted the heads butted heads with my own audience, and it may not have been most of my audience. It was people who were literally like quiet the entire LP. I misunderstood the ending to this game, which if you know the ending, obviously don't spoil it for people in chat. Don't be that guy. But the ending to this game confused the shit out of me. I assumed there was some weird meta commentary thing going on, and there wasn't. So I completely misinterpreted the ending. And it just turned into like literally an entire comment section, not even jokingly. Like sometimes you guys go joking like, oh, Xeno's a dumb, haha. It was just like straight up people like insulting me and getting like so salty that I didn't understand how this game went. It wasn't the entire comment section. Some people really did love it, but I think that was the first time I've ever finished an LP and just hated it like the moment I was done, because people were just being they were being such assholes about it. Did you stream the post-game stuff, or did I misremember? I actually did stream some of the post-game stuff. I did. I think I got busy and I couldn't finish streaming all the post-game stuff, but I do have like a video of some of it. I think I did 2 sessions and I didn't get to the rest of it. So, yeah, that was the thing that happened. Yeah, Danganronpa V3, great game. I enjoyed playing it for you guys. Just assholes who I'm not, assholes who I'm gonna call, you know, not real members of our beautiful, wonderful community, kind of made it a shitty experience. There's none of the people here right now, I can say that for sure. At least all the ones that are talking. I guess I can't see the ones who can. All right, after that, actually came another... Oh, boy. I've been waiting for this the whole time. Fire Emblem Shadows of Valentia. Everyone remembers Fire Emblem Echoes Shadows of Valentia. I remember it. You remember it. We all remember it. Shadows of Valentia is legit. It's a crime. A crime against humanity. I can easily say Shadows of Valentia is my least favorite game I've ever played on this channel. Easily. Not only if I could create a section that combines both of these, I would, but I don't think it lets you just create more sections as you've already done it. So sadly, I can't. I would do it because here's the thing. As what Cobra's saying, I completely agree with that. Art style and music, god tier. Oh my god, that art style is gorgeous. The music I could listen to all night long. And the combat animations, I'll give them that too. The combat animations were sick. I love it. I love the characters actually kind of like deflecting each other, and all the hits had a lot of weight. However, the story and the gameplay, oh my god. I have never been so frustrated, bored, and I felt insulted by what the story was throwing at me. I felt almost insulted by the level of, like, stupidity this game requires from me to accept the things that are happening in the story. The maps are awful too, especially the swamp maps. Oh my... Who made those swamp maps? I'm sorry, I'm getting heated talking about this. I don't mean to. I don't mean to get so angry, but I'm very emotional about this game. So, to kind of long story short it, this game's story is pretty basic for most of the game. It involves Alm and Celica arguing. They're literally arguing about the dumbest shit in the world. Celica is straight up constantly contradicting herself on every single level, and the game never makes her reflect on that. And there's a specific instance that happens near the end of the game where, we'll just say a huge Deus Ex Machina happens for no reason instantly. And it's not earned, it's not anything, it's just out of nowhere, and they need a reason why blank character cannot die. And then gameplay-wise, aside from the gameplay itself, which I thought the gameplay was... the gameplay was fine for the most part, I'll say. Except a couple things. They made archers really good, which is awesome. I love the range the archers had. If any of you actually remember this from the LP, does anyone remember the Atlas cannon? Atlas was a super high strength character you could spec into an archer, and he never got dual attacks. However, he was an artillery piece, and he was one of the most fun times I've ever had using an archer before. Because the archers have so much range, he just chunked people for 20, 30 HP at a time from like 20 tiles away. It was so much fun. But, gameplay-wise, I actually did get into some very frustrating things. One specific instance, was when I saved in a bad place. I saved in a place in which I was in a town and people were on the map next to me. And if I moved out of the town, they would automatically attack me, right? And this isn't normally so bad, because normally all it means is that you have to win the battle. However, the map had a mechanic in which if someone runs into you on like the main screen map, not the in-game map, they get to go first. Meaning I created a save file in which one of my characters would die no matter what I did. There was no way to move them, so they didn't die because the enemy got to go first and I didn't get to choose where they were placed. There was no save before that to go back to. I literally had a character die in the game permanently because the game locked me into an unbeatable combat from the first turn. Because the very first turn, the very first thing that happened is some dude would run over on a horse and kill them. And I was so pissed off after that as well, because it was like, it was one of my favorite characters too. I was so frustrated with it. It was so mad. But anyways, I'm going to have like, I'm gonna die if I talk about this game anymore. Oh, I actually think I have a headache. Which character? Was it the sheep? Yup, it was the sheep. One of my favorite characters and my most important healer. Dead, and I couldn't save them. I managed to in the end by going back to an old save file and playing like 5 hours over again. But, hot damn. I also did have a bump in with some people who were like telling me not to build characters a certain way, but in hindsight I'm not going to put this here because they were right. I wanted to build Jenny as like a cavalier because I thought it'd be fun, and people were screaming at me that it was the wrong idea. And while I don't particularly like that, you know, you're the LPR, you can't do what you want, they were fucking right. They were right. She's an awful cavalier, don't do it. I'm not afraid to admit that I was wrong there. Okay. Next up, oh man, we're getting to some of the more recent stuff. Actually, no, this was still... I played these games 4 years ago? Oh my god. Okay. Next up is Tales of Zestria. Zestria goes right at the top of... a bit meh. Yeah, I'm gonna say it goes right at the top. No, not right at the top. Below Gravity Rush. That sounds right. It's right there in a bit meh. Zestria was an okay game. It's exactly how people described it to me. It was completely average in almost every way. However, I will say that it did one thing. The combat was actually really fun. I like the armatization system. It was great. However, I will say there's one thing in the game that did piss me off more than anything. I hate Well, I can't even remember his name. It's the hat dude. I hate him. He's my least favorite Tales character. And I'm not talking about Zaveid. I love Zaveid. It's the other one. Zaveid's my boy. But like... Dezel. Dezel was his name. I think it was his name. Dezel is the most pointless character I've ever seen in a Tales game. And as I said, this tier list is gonna make people mauled. So if you like this character, I'm so fucking sorry. But, Dezel is a character that I can't spoil. I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to spoil what happens to this character and what, you know, what they go through. But I will say this character has a huge ass dungeon and an entire pointless character arc dedicated to him to show him that the loss of life, that life is precious and that humans are precious and his own life is precious. And he goes through it and he looks at the party and he goes, I accept this lesson. However, immediately in the next story beat, he disregards human life entirely for the sake of revenge, nearly endangering the whole party. He literally had a 4, 5, 6 hour character arc dedicated just to him to fix this issue. And immediately in the next story section, he goes and turns his back on all the character development that he just got. It was one of the most infuriating scenes I've ever seen. And I will just say, anything that may happen to this character, I feel nothing for. However, outside of Dezel, most of the cast was very bland, I guess I'll say. I really did like Edna. No, sorry, I shouldn't say bland. I actually did like them quite a bit. I will say I liked every character in this cast except for Dezel. And I don't think I was too big a fan of the princess lady? I can't remember her name. It's been so long. But yeah, that's that. Zestiria. It's okay. I liked it. I know I harped on Dezel for a lot there just because he makes me so upset. Makes me so upsetty. Alicia, yeah. She was okay, I guess. I did like quite a few of them though. I especially liked Edna though. She's a fun character. What do you mean no data? Alicia was what I was talking about. I didn't dislike her, but I don't think I particularly left it with a good thing. Okay, also, here's one you might have forgotten. Zone of the Enders. One of my most underrated, most unwatched series. Who here watched the Zone of the Enders LPs? It's okay if you haven't. I'm not trying to call people out. You know, it's okay. I'm not gonna get mad at you if you haven't watched LP. That's silly. I watched in the second one at least. What's that? So, Zone of the Enders is probably one of my favorite... No. It is my favorite mech game I've ever played. I actually finished the games in like 6 episodes total because I could cut them down enough so they were so short. Zone of the Enders 1... Oh wait, this isn't 1. This is 1. Zone of the Enders 1, I'll say, is meh. It goes like right here. Zone of the Enders 1 sets up the plot of 2 and was like a test for the mech systems in the game. However, Zone of the Enders 2... Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna say it. Even if like there wasn't that many people that watched it, Zoe 2 is a certified classic. Zone of the Enders 2 had such fun gameplay, and I loved interacting. I love the characters. I love the main character and his situation that he's in. I love seeing where the stuff from the first game came in, and the power-ups you get in these mechs, and the movement of the mechs, and their designs. I know, like, apparently it's illegal to like thin-framed mechs like I do. I don't know, like, literally 100% of my friends looks at me and they go, I don't like Gundams and thin-frame mechs. I only like heavy mechs and realism. excuse me, and it's like, shut the hell up. You don't know what you're talking about. If you want realism, go look at a tank. No, I'm kidding. I like mechs of all types, but man, I just love Zoe so much. Zoe is so much fun. So, yep, your Zoe LP might be my favorite LP of yours. I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad a lot of people liked it. I only watched the first few episodes of Zestria and the ending. Yeah, I can recommend it. It's a good time. I enjoyed playing it. Chonky mechs. I do like chonky mechs too. I do want to play, they're remaking the Front Mission games for the Switch. If you've never played Front Mission before, I recommend giving them a try if you're looking for something that's like a mech game mixed with Fire Emblem / Final Fantasy Tactics. It's more like Final Fantasy Tactics. We have remakes of the Front Mission 1 and 2 coming out soon, and the best game of all, Front Mission 3, is going to be made next year, so I recommend checking those out once they come out. Okay, next up on the list is oh, yeah. Edgeworth Investigations 2. This game's excellent. However, I'm gonna stick it, I sadly have to stick it at the bottom of Pretty Pog, only because I made a major mistake. It is one of the biggest mistakes I've ever made as a content creator. Not the biggest mistake, I've made way more mistakes than that, but one of the hardest lessons I've ever had to learn as a content creator. Speaking of that, I think I'm going to be streaming Gundam Evolution next week, so if you want to watch me play Gundam Overwatch, game's really fun. I recommend it. It's free on Steam. Anyways, I have to put Edgeworth Investigations 2 on a lower tier because I messed up. It's my own fault. It's not because the game's bad. I made a mistake of, I wasn't going on vacation. What's happening? Oh, remember, I was getting braces. I think that's what's happening. I was getting braces. And so I decided, okay, I'm not gonna be around, I'm not gonna be able to talk for a while because braces hurt like hell. And I'm gonna have to get used to talking in them because I'm gonna be real with you right now. I could not speak at all the first day I had those braces. I was just unable to talk. I was just like, like I sounded inaudible, and my family didn't know what I was saying. However, oh, hair's kind of flown. Oh no, it's flown on the other side. No, my hair. However, I couldn't finish Edgeworth Investigations 2 because of this. I made a mistake and I tried to batch record. I recorded 7 hours of Edgeworth or not 7, it was 6 hours of Edgeworth Investigation for you guys. All of the footage corrupted. All of it. I was not able to save any of it. And I couldn't make myself do it over again. I would be faking the excitement for twists and turns for 6 hours that happened for you guys, and that just feels so disingenuous. Not to mention, it's horrifically boring on my end. And I didn't want to, like, fake that for all you guys. I'd rather just it not continue than fake 6 hours of story content reaction, you know? So, that's why it's down there. The game is actually, like, probably up here, I imagine. As far as I got into it. It may be up here or over here if that hadn't have happened, but sadly, I can't recommend the LP to you guys all that much because I didn't finish it as much as I would have wanted to. It's one of the 2 LPs I didn't finish that are on my greatest regrets I didn't finish this list. Which the other one we'll see here in a second. Okay. So, next up would actually be Tales of Zestria. Wait. No, never mind. Tales, I already put that on there. Okay, never mind. Doesn't matter. Okay, oh, next up, actually, though, I started after that, was Valkyria Chronicles. I can say easily, Valkyria Chronicles is a certified classic that goes somewhere in here. I'm gonna put it right below Gravity Rush. Valkyria Chronicles is a fun game. I really enjoyed that LP. I enjoyed experiencing all the characters with all of you. I had already played through like half the game before, I think, and I was like, I don't know what happens at the end. The end's a bunch of bullshit, let me tell you. That final boss, oh my god. But I really enjoyed the art style. I enjoyed the music. I enjoyed the themes of the game. It was a really good ride. I don't have much else to say about it. Oh, hello, Cam Miles. Welcome. Mega buff Alicia. Yeah, I remember Alicia being strong. Unfortunately, both of Valkyria Chronicles have they have one major gripe I have with them, is that they grade you on how fast you play the level and not how tactically you play the level. So the way they work is that typically in a strategy game, you want to use all your units to the best of your strategic ability. In Valkyria Chronicles, it only rewards you for getting to the end of the level as fast as possible, which in almost every single level means grabbing the scout unit, being the fastest moving unit, and finding a way to get to the end of the map, avoiding gunfire with the same 3 buffs as fast as you can. Making the actual, like, scoring system, which gives you more money and more XP based on how well you do, really, really bad. Aside from that, though, Valkyria Chronicles is great. I can recommend it. Oh, what did I do? Oh boy, here's the one. Here's the one. So for this one, I did a poll. Wow, my PC's like hating this right now. I did a poll, and I was like, all right, whatever wins this poll is the next LP we'll do, is like a celebration for you guys, you know? And what wound up winning is Golden Sun. Golden Sun easily goes in good but bad interaction. It's the only other game I can think of that went good but bad interaction as well. Back before we ran into a bad decision, I recommend Golden Sun to you during a stream way back, so I will take partial responsibility for that LP. I don't think the game's even bad. I don't think the LP's bad either. I actually really enjoyed my time with it. However, Golden Sun fans were a bit... I'm not saying everyone. Obviously, this isn't everyone. They were really defensive of this game to almost a ridiculous point. I was pointing out things that I saw as flaws in the game that made it really inconvenient. You know, for example, the Ginny system, having to swap around like 7 Ginnies just to move a log up and then move 3 feet and swap around all the Ginnies all over again so you can have a different move so you can put the log back down, and then it was just really slow, as well as the game not having any form of fast travel. And I don't mean like modern day fast travel, I mean like a Final Fantasy airship. And I had a lot of criticisms of the game that I really liked the game too. However, people did not like those criticisms whatsoever. They were going like, oh, you were comparing it to modern day JRPGs. How dare you? You know, your standards for this game. My bad. Thank you for telling me. Sorry, someone like literally opened my door as I was just sitting here talking. Thank you for telling me I was muted. You can tell the people who come to my streams before, because they see me talking for like a split second, like, ah, he's muted. You all know. All right. So as I was saying though, about Golden Sun, basically, I had a bunch of people who thought I was hating on Golden Sun because they thought that I thought the game was old. Like, they thought I was purely hating on it because it was old, and the comparisons I was making was to newer games that obviously had more mechanics. But I'm going to let out the truth here. Bitch, I was comparing it to Final Fantasy 1. Do you know how old Final Fantasy 1 is compared to Golden Sun? Do you know how long ago the problems I had been talking about had been solved? Final Fantasy 1 came out in 1987. Most of the people who were complaining on that video weren't even alive then. The airships, the travel issues, the skill swapping issues, like these are all things that have been solved and done better in other JRPGs that I've played. So when I was complaining about them, people were like, oh my god, you hate the game because it's old. I'm like, I don't hate the game because it's old. I don't even hate the game. I liked Golden Sun. But you guys are making it like impossible to talk about it in any negative capacity because you have this game on some golden pedestal. And it's like, you can't do that. Like, it's not how games work. Any shot of playing Golden Sun: The Lost Age? Ha ha ha. No, not at all. I don't mean to be mean there, but I just don't, I didn't get all that invested in the characters, if I'm being honest. Like, I didn't leave that game thinking I'll forever love these characters. But, yeah. It was a fun ride, I will say that. You know, I don't hate the game, it's just, it did not pull me in. So, that's why the game gets to rest comfortably at the good but bad interaction. Okay, so. Oh, here's one. Here's the next one, okay. I already know your answer to this. Fire Emblem Awakening. My god, is this is my most popular Let's Play I've ever done. This is the most popular game we've ever played. I still show up if you type in Fire Emblem Awakening. Like, but here's the thing. So for you folks, do you think the Awakening LP is above the Radiant Dawn one, or do you think it's below? Because that's the thing, I don't know myself. I have a nostalgia for the Radiant Dawn one, but I also feel like the quality and my general commentary of Awakening might have been better. But Radiant Dawn was also the culmination of what happened in Path of Radiance. It's so hard to rate here. That's why I have to leave it up to you guys. Because I can't give it that fair rating, honestly. I don't feel like I can do it without my, without some biases kicking in. I think even with biases, I don't know the answer. That's how I found your channel. Oh, yeah. I've actually heard that a lot this stream. Yeah, I joined during Awakening, I believe. Below. And finish this. Honestly, I don't know. I'm too biased for Radiant Dawn. Okay. I'm gonna say it. If I could give them the same slot, I will. But I'm gonna put... I'm going to put... Awakening right above. Only reason being is because after Awakening, I definitely kind of left this channel for a while. Like, I don't want to say it was all downhill from there, but after I finished Awakening, stress started culminating, and that's when I had like a big time in this channel in which I wasn't making anything. I was like flip-flopping between series constantly, and I was kind of sad because a lot of the people I had that loved watching my videos disappeared. And it was really sad, and I was struggling. I will say I was struggling after this. But I think Awakening is like a big hurrah of everything I love about YouTubing and everything I love about entertaining you guys. So I'm gonna put it right up there, just for that reason. Okay. What did I do after this? This is where it also gets blurry. Oh yeah, Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest was a long-ass game. Dragon Quest goes right here. Dragon Quest is a fantastic game. However, once again, I didn't finish it just because I was stressed and I was trying to deal with other things in life at the moment. I kind of wish I had, because I love those characters. I love, oh my god, Sylvando. I love Sylvando. I am eagerly waiting for Sonic Files 2, the LP, not the game. Yeah, I mean, I will be streaming it soon enough. I don't know when, but soon enough. Trust me. I do really want to play it. Yeah, fantastic game. Good, like, it was my first introduction to the, what should we call it? Dragon Quest series. So I love Dragon Quest. Now, I went through and played a bunch of them after this. But it's a good introduction. I don't have much else to say on it, honestly. I wish I had more to say, but I don't. Oh, here's one. Here is one that is interesting. Uh-oh. That's not good. Okay, I had to fix that. I think it's gone now, but that was annoying. Okay. Skynet again. Don't worry, that's taken care of. Okay. The bot invasion. Alright. They're not LGBT friendly either. Damn. The sex bots are real. Honestly, right before I stopped posting on YouTube, the bot situation had gotten really bad. Like, I kid you not, every time I posted a video, I would get, like, bombarded by, like, 20 bots. And you guys wouldn't see it, because I would have to go through and manually get rid of them, but the spam filter was catching none of them. So, it was so annoying. But, yeah, anyways. Where were we? Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 2 is probably one of my favorite, most unpopular LPs I've ever done. Because, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I've said I'm gonna be real a lot. I suck with horror games. I suck with all horror games. I'm so, like, outside of Silent Hill, which I love because it's so interesting, I'm so jumpy and terrible with them. And, like, I don't particularly like the thrill of being scared. However, Resident Evil 2 was something that kind of challenged me on that with its atmosphere, so it was really cool. I'm gonna say Resident Evil 2 is a certified classic, and it's gonna go right next to Zone of the Enders. The boat. Yeah, the old boat. I love watching RE2. Yeah, there's a couple people out here who did like watching RE2, but didn't you play it hard? Yes, I played RE2 on hardcore. So that meant limited saves, very high damage. Was a lot of fun. One of my favorite Resident Evil experiences I've ever had. Really enjoyed it. By the way, some of the games we played on Twitch exclusively aren't on here, so you won't see like Final Fantasy VII Remake. You know, we've actually played a lot of games on Twitch. We played Cult of the Lamb, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Fatal Frame, Resident Evil 8. You know, there's a lot of games we finished on there that I haven't done anything. So, but anyway, yeah, that's where that goes. Really enjoyed it. Really fun. Good game. Ooh, here's an interesting one I didn't think about. Where do you guys, for those of you who watch it, this is another LP right alongside Resident Evil 2 in sort of the unpopular LP zone, I want to say. Are they still there as VODs? I don't think so. Not most of them. A lot of them are gone. Cult of the Lamb might still be there because that one was pretty recent. So you might be able to find Cult of the Lamb. And I also did just recently finish something else. I can't remember. Where do you think XCOM 2 belongs? Because I know it was a thing where the people who got interested in the LP were completely invested. It was crazy. Because here's the thing, right? With other Let's Plays, I have... The normal thing is the first few episodes get the most views out of anything, and then there is a gradual fall off on episodes from episode to episode where there's less people watching every single part. But with XCOM 2, that did happen, but it never went down by much because people were so invested in all the characters that were there. Top tier? Everyone thinks XCOM's top tier? Alright. XCOM is a top tier LP, I'll say. Just because getting you guys as characters was sick. It was so cool. Some of the people that died, I had friends who died instantly and they were so pissed off. I'm so, you know, there was someone in chat, I'm pretty sure they had like anger issues. Like, I'm so pissed, I died instantly, what the fuck? I was like, oh, well, sorry, them's the breaks, buddy. Is XCOM good? Yes. XCOM 2 and XCOM Enemy Unknown are some of my favorite games of all time. I love the XCOM series. Just be prepared for a bit of a brutal learning curve. I love them a ton. Leon got murked. That's right, Leon did get murked right away. We made Leon and he died so fast. Alright. Alright, what's next? We're zooming right through this list now. We're almost at the end. Banana. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Oh, Valkyria Chronicles 4. It's down here somewhere. I'm gonna say it's here. Yeah, I didn't really enjoy Valkyria Chronicles 4 that much, if I have to be honest. Like, I don't think it was bad, I just didn't think much of it. The characters are kind of cool. There's a lot of butt stuff. I don't know why I said that like that's an upside. There's a lot of butt stuff. Yeah, we're gonna move on from that. I just legit don't even remember anything about the game. Ah, here's a good one. Fire Emblem Three Houses. A lot of butt stuff, 10 out of 10. It's not my fault. There's so many butt shots and talks about characters' asses in that LP. It's just the writers are kind of down bad, gonna be honest. Okay, but anyways. Whew. This was a really good one. It's the LP where I was out here punching people. Pretty Pog. Think it's Pretty Pog? Yeah, I'm gonna say it was Pretty Pog. It's the top of Pretty Pog. Your LP got me to do a Blue Lions run on my first run recently. You know what? I'm actually gonna switch a couple around. I think Valkyria Chronicles belongs down here. This belongs in its place. I liked what we did with Three Houses. Three Houses was fun, and I enjoyed it. However, I will say I didn't have the energy the rest of the LPers did. A lot of LPers instantly went back and went through the two other routes. I couldn't do it. After just one route, I was done. I couldn't do anymore. So I feel like that definitely probably detracted from the LP a little bit for some people because I didn't go back and get the full story. But the first like half of the game is just so boring, and I feel like I unlocked literally everything on my first playthrough, like mechanically. So, I don't know. I'll put it over here. That's how I feel about Three Houses. It's too long to get the whole story. 4 routes is insane. Yeah, I kind of like 2 routes. I think 2 routes is a good spot. I think having the 4 routes is too much. Monastery might be the only reason I played it once. Yeah, it's kind of that way. Because that's the thing, is that I was able to get everything in a run very easily. So I never got the inkling to go back. So, I don't know. It's a good game. It's a good game. We'll just leave it at that. I will say, Onyx. Or sorry, not Onyx. Nox was... I love Nox. Nox is funny. Ah, here we go. I'm sorry, this one's non-negotiable for me. I'm sorry. No opinion. None of you get an opinion here. None of you get anything. The Somnium Files. Easily my favorite game of that year and one of my favorite games of all time. Without spoiling anything about the ending, is one of the only games I just cried in. I straight up cried at the end of this game. I was so... I don't know how I got so emotionally attached to this fucking twink in his eyeball. But I loved it. The next one's even better. I'm so excited to play it, don't get me wrong. The fact that I haven't played it isn't like, oh, I'm not excited. It's, I want to play it so badly, but I'm also scared to, like, commit, because I don't want anything to happen, you know? But yeah, just such a good game. I can't recommend it enough. It is probably my favorite LP I've ever done. It's also actually the first visual novel I've ever played. I feels like an inside joke amongst the channel. It really does, actually. I should go back and watch that. I had to skip it because it started when a big university project. I see. It is Amazeballs. It's the first visual novel I actually played on the channel with like multiple branching paths, actually. Because most of the ones I play don't have that sort of thing. Because I didn't play like Zero Escape. I played that in my own time, which I really wish I could have played it for you guys instead. But it's it is what it is. But man, that game is just like, the characters, I loved them. The story, I loved it. The story's not flawless by any means. There's some ridiculous things that it says that people are doing by the end of the game, just casually. And it's just like, I don't think the human body can do that just on a whim, but okay, whatever you say, video game. And I was just so attached to it. I wanted everything from it. On top of it, fun fact, the official the Somnium Files Twitter, the one that is run, I don't know if it's run by a social media person or Iris's voice actor, but they followed me on Twitter for a time before the account was shut down. Like, legit, they responded to me on some of my the Somnium Files tweets. Literally the official Iris account. It's so funny. And now here I am. I don't know, some of you may have or may not have seen it, but I made a vocal cover for the Somnium Files recently. Xeno made it, big boys. I actually intend to do... I have a karaoke stream next week as well. I think it's gonna be Wednesday or Thursday. But I'm gonna do a karaoke stream over on Twitch with tons of JRPG music. Cause I'm a weeb like that. And I also feel like not many people do that, so you know. Every karaoke stream I go to is like Keshi or something. Which isn't like bad. Don't get me wrong, if you're like Keshi, nothing's wrong with you, but I don't know. Cover was amazing. Can't wait for the karaoke stream. Yeah, I think some of you will be surprised by some of these song choices. I'll be surprised too, honestly. Alright, so what came after the Somnium Files? I can gush about this for hours. There's the Ashen Wolves for 3 houses on that. Oh, here's one. I nearly forgot I played this. Catherine. Catherine. Catherine, I think, is gonna go at the top of Pretty Pog. No, it's gonna go like the very middle of Pretty Pog. Wonder if you played Elden Ring. Yes. My chat actually watched me play through all of Elden Ring on stream on Twitch. And I have never been more angry at a video game in my entire life. Literally, I went through the entire game, was completely fine. The last 3 bosses that I had to fight were making me so mad because they were immune to the status effect of my build. And the weapon I wanted to use was also broken, so I had to switch my build because it wasn't scaling correctly. And I have never been more mad than I have been in the last few hours of that playthrough. I still think about it and I like cringe a little how upset I was. Because I don't normally get mad at video games, but something about the end of that just like got me. Yeah, 4 hours on one boss. I spent 4 hours on the second to last... I spent like 4 hours on the second to last boss, and then 4 hours on the boss after that. What made it even more infuriating is I had my friends who were on like caster builds, and they just smashed it in a second. Because it was like, okay, I summon the thing, I throw fireballs at it, it falls over dead, I don't have to interact. And I was just like, ugh. But yeah. Back to Catherine, though. I liked Catherine. I think the actual best part of playing Catherine was answering the questions. However, there's a part of this LP that made me very sad, and that's that legit my favorite character of Catherine is the new one. I can't remember her name. Obviously don't spoil things about her. That's Rin. Rin was my favorite character in Catherine. I really enjoyed her. She was super sweet. Her story was interesting. However, in my playthrough, I didn't answer 3 highly specific questions in the way the game wanted me to. So it's one thing if your character doesn't end up with Rin, that's fine. However, it just completely rips her out of the story. Like, it treats Rin like she doesn't even exist. And it's like... It sucks. It really does suck. Because, like... the character literally just stops being there. It's like, you didn't answer these questions the way I wanted you to in this game that's based around answering these questions in a way that you think is proper. Well, this character is gone. And it felt bad. I didn't like it. It put like a sour taste in my mouth. Catherine's a really good game, don't get me wrong. Catherine's an amazing game. Very creative. And I think if I was to rate it on a game alone, it'd be like up here somewhere. But just based on my disappointment... with the way that the new character was added in and the fact that I liked them so much, I did not enjoy. I did not enjoy. All right, what else did I play? Oh, okay, so here's the #1 game I regret not finishing. Because I loved this game. But once again, life just hit me too hard and I got too stressed out. And that's 13 Sentinels. I'm gonna put it in God tier even though I didn't finish it. 13 Sentinels story is so good. I was so invested. And I still regret it to this day I did not finish 13 Sentinels. And I feel like I want to go back and finish it, but I was like halfway through the game, and I feel like I'd have to play through the entire thing over again just to get people to like watch it, and it's like, they're gonna put on bad interaction. No, actually not. I didn't really have too much of a bad interaction with people, but although I will say as well, the series wasn't doing that well. Yeah, it was near halfway. On your own, so worth it. The thing, there's 2 things about the series that kept me from going on. I was very stressed out for one, so I didn't get to do as much of as I liked. B, it just actually wasn't doing that well. Like, if you look at it now, it has numbers, sure, but back when I posted that series, people were just not interested whatsoever. I could not get people to watch 13 Sentinels for the life of me. Obviously, it's their choice. That's viewers, you know? You're the viewers. You should be here to have fun. You should only watch things if you enjoy them. However, people were just not interested in that. Numbers wise. I'm not saying that you guys didn't care. When I say that people weren't interested, I'm not saying that you guys didn't care. Specifically the people in this chat. But I just mean like mass numbers. That series was doing so poorly. Yeah, bummer. Something that didn't do so poorly though was No More Heroes. And it makes me sad that the last episode of No More Heroes corrupted so bad that I couldn't post it. Because people really liked No More Heroes, and the series did very well. And I liked it as well. I still want to play too. But I actually I streamed the last episode. And once I was done, no one had told me how, like, messed up the stream was. And because of that, I went to go look at the stream VOD, and it was just incomprehensible. It was so laggy and terrible. And I realized why later was because our internet company actually put this special little tap on our internet and then tried to act like they didn't notice. So, for those of you who do have both internet and a home phone, who out here still has a home phone? I'm actually genuinely curious because, my household does for some reason. We have a home phone and the internet. And the coaxial cable splits into the two of those. However, we got rid of our home phone services because no one used it. And so we did. And the thing our internet service provider forgot to tell us is that unless we move what is called essentially a tap that splits the signal to the two sources, unless you remove it and get a one-way tap that splits them evenly, our internet's gonna be shit. So I legit, for like 4 months straight, was having streaming issues because they had put a tap on our thing but removed the phone internet and didn't tell us. So half of our internet speed was going to literally nothing. Like, it was so frustrating. I only figured it out because I went out back to like where the internet actual cables are, and I saw the tap, and I'm like, I wonder if this is wasting anything. And I unplugged it and just plugged it in directly, and I was like, holy shit. They've been screwing over our internet. So, No More Heroes, fantastic. I'm gonna put it in the certified classic, actually. Maybe right here. No, it's above that. Yeah, right here. So yeah, it was kind of a bummer, but it is the way it is. Okay, next up, Xenoblade Chronicles. For the YouTube only audience, Xenoblade Chronicles went unfinished. For the Twitch streaming audience, we finished Xenoblade Chronicles. Xenoblade Chronicles, I will say, if I'm rating this purely on the YouTube scale, I will say it's like down here because I barely got into it. However, if we are rating it on the certified, here's the thing. I almost want to put Xenoblade Chronicles somewhere in both the good but bad interaction and a certified classic. Because you can't watch it anymore. It's kind of a bummer because I didn't really know what I was doing with Twitch. I was still learning how it works. But I want to put it in both. The highlight of Xenoblade streams is Angel crashed the Xeno stream. Oh yeah. This is funny. But the reason I want to put it in both is because as far as the certified classic goes, it's like up here probably. Yeah, like here. Actually, you know what? I'd say it's almost God tier, like back here, but above 13 Sentinels. But I would almost put it down here because I have a Hotake, as we like to call it on the other channel. For those of you who don't know what a Hotake is, it's just my funny way of saying a hot take. And that is that I don't really like Xenoblade's combat system. I think it's really boring. I think it is like a slowed down version of like World of Warcraft combat that is somehow made far less complex and less interesting. But I think the world, the soundtrack, the characters, and the story is infinitely more interesting. However, due to the game having such a long playtime and being so invested in like menial side quests for like content, you know, I had problems with it, and people did not agree with those problems. I wouldn't say that like created an issue, but I could definitely feel that I'm definitely in the not so like, you know, the fact that I don't like the combat of the game is not a popular opinion, I guess I'll say. We'll just leave it at that. Also, I did have Devil May Cry. Put that down here. Jedi Fallen Order is something I also played. Jedi Fallen Order, actually an excellent LP. Not even gonna lie. Certified classic, easily. I think very few people actually watch me play all of Fallen Order, but it was such a good game. I liked it a lot. It was a lot of fun. Alright, I think we're almost done. Actually, hold on. I'm just putting a few in that I forgot. We're done. That's the tier list. We finished. Oh, why did the video pause? I had music playing. There we go. Well, that's the LP tier list. You can take a photo. You can do whatever. There it is. Hope you all enjoyed making this silly little tier list and going down a little trip through memory lane. I know I had fun. Yeah, as I said, I think I might like try streaming on YouTube occasionally just to see how that goes, because there's a big movement towards YouTube right now, so I'm kind of so 10 years, how do you feel, Xeno? My channel's not 10 years old. Or at least I didn't start making videos 10 years ago. What do you mean 10 years? Yeah, the channel's 10 years old, but like, I didn't start making videos 10 years ago. I started making videos 7 years ago. Wait, no, the channel's not even 10 years old, it's 8 years old. Channel's 8 years old, I started making videos 7 years ago. LP of AI on YouTube? I mean, I don't think I will. Like, if I'm entirely honest, I feel like I just want to stop like producing LP content entirely. Like, how do I be honest with, I have to be entirely honest with you all when it comes to like how I do LPs. In the current like structure of content, LPs don't really do it anymore. I have to be like, I'm being entirely transparent about this. It's the reason I do streaming. Let's plays don't perform as well as they used to, and they aren't enough to like make you stand out. Back in 2010 to 2015, it worked. Because everyone was into them and they were the new thing. However, nowadays, more short-term content, as well as streaming, is kind of the way it goes. As well as the fact that I don't have to like shut down my PC for Let's Plays anymore. Yeah, no need to edit. Literally, every single Let's Play episode I create took me like 4 hours to make. And literally, like, I cannot like express enough how much I drained my entire social life to do YouTube. Because I had like a grind set. Can streams be small chunks though? Well, here's the other thing too, is that when you have a YouTube channel, it's very hard to, in this modern age, highly edited short videos get attention. Yeah, that's totally it. It's also very hard to VOD dump a channel. If you just start like VOD dumping a channel, it starts looking like Garbo. And like people just will avoid your channel like hell, and it like ruins your entire channel. So I'm at a very big impasse right now as to what I'm doing on YouTube. I'm probably going to start posting a lot more shorts and a lot more clips on here. Just from streaming, but I don't know if I'm going to be doing like full on LPs or anything like that. Because streaming is just better for health, better for a modern audience, and better for everything. And I know it's not like, there's a lot of people who watch me on here that are like, I can't enjoy the content that way. I need a place for it to be. I need to, you know, I need a place for it to be and watch it. And I do feel for all of you. And I do apologize that I don't create content the way that I used to. However, for my own mental health and for my future as a content creator, streaming has been one of the best decisions I've ever made. Not only do I have an active community I can talk to, I have friends. I have, like, creative friends. I'm going to be collabing with someone for the first time in 7 years since I started doing this. Like, I'm so excited. Like, this whole thing feels so uplifting. Are you interested in making a retrospective video? What's a retrospective video? Well, I mean, I know what a retrospective is, but like on what exactly? I'm kind of curious what you mean by that. But yeah, also, I've also tried making long form videos and they don't do that well. Yeah, and of course people can't always catch streams. That's just how it goes. And if I was streaming on YouTube, I could just leave it be and you could watch the VODs forever. They would literally be here forever for you to see. The only problem with streaming on YouTube, which I would actually like kind of much rather do, is that no one can find your stream. No one can find your stream at all if they're not subbed to you. Like, your streams don't show up. There's a reason why huge VTuber companies like HoloLive and Niji Sanji stream on YouTube instead of Twitch. And it's that there's nothing to contest them. There's, like, you know, if someone from one of those companies is streaming a game, they can just completely take over whatever game they're playing because they're so huge. There's no contest, and no one has to search for them in SEO because they have a guaranteed viewer base. And I would love to do the same. However, I don't think YouTube is the best platform for discoverability right now at the moment. But we have a huge shift of creators changing to YouTube. So if it does, maybe I will. I don't know. This is all me testing things out. And yeah, you actually can have emotes on YouTube, by the way. Were you working on a big project 2 or 3 years ago? What happened to it? It was about, I don't know. I've worked on a ton of big projects. Some fell through, some didn't. I honestly don't know. And I think YouTube does have emotes. You just have to set them up. Because I see people using them on YouTube all the time. The only thing I have with YouTube is they try to make you... How should I say? They try to make you invest in it a little bit, which is not great. So, for example, you know how you all... Oh, whoops. I didn't realize my... Yeah, that's the Star Guardian stuff. Why is emote a thing? I don't know. But YouTube tries to make you invest a little bit. And what I mean by that is that when you stream on YouTube and when you go to make like memberships, on Twitch when people sub to me, they sub so that they can A, completely remove ads, B, mainly just support me, C, get a bunch of adorable Andromeda emotes. And that's like the main thing. On YouTube, they force you, I kid you not, they force you to add in extra things. Like, I legit cannot just have super chats be super chats and like memberships be memberships. I have to have extra content that people can access from being a member. That's not just emotes. Like, emotes are not enough, apparently. There is no option to add memberships without me creating extra videos, extra something, and it's so not good. It's so not good. Because you don't want to, like, have to force creators. We're already streaming, like, 4 hours a day, and you're like, well, you can get people to support you if you create even more stuff. And it's so bad. But anyways, I don't want to, like, get into YouTube politics for now. All I'm saying is, yeah, I know a lot of you are here and you don't particularly participate in the Twitch side, and that's completely fine. I completely understand. Even if you never watch a stream in your life, I understand, and I thank you very much for even ever watching my anything. However, for me, I'm very happy where I'm at right now. That's kind of the deal. Well, anyways, I've been streaming for about 2 hours, which my normal time is about 3 hours. So, I'm still gonna end the stream here. And I will see you all next week. One thing I will post, though, if you want to keep up on what I'm doing, if you want to keep up, I'm gonna post something. Give me 1 second. Make sure you stay. Make sure, I don't know, I'm treating you like a dog. Like, stay. So bad. Here's a link to my personal Discord. It says when I'm streaming. I posted it in the chat, I think. Or it's just not gonna, there it is. So if you click that, you'll be able to join the Discord, as well as the fact, here, I'll post the other social as well. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll know exactly what I'm doing and what's going on. So, there's your two things. I will catch you all. Thank you so much for doing this little tier list with me. I do want to stream on YouTube occasionally and just do some fun things with you all as I'm kind of experimenting and testing the waters here. So, thank you very much, and I will catch you all later. Goodbye. So nice seeing so many of you again, by the way. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye.